In this video, we'll uncover the most valuable wheat pennies you should be on the lookout for. We'll break down what makes these coins so special, how much they're worth in today's market, and what you need to know to sell them successfully at auction. First up, the 1944 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat penny is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. To understand its significance, we need to travel back to the early 20th century. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became a staple of American currency. By 1944, the United States was deeply entrenched in World War II. The war effort required vast amounts of copper for ammunition and military equipment, leading to a critical shortage of this essential metal. As a result, the U.S. Mint made a historic decision. In 1943, pennies were struck using zinc-coated steel instead of the traditional copper alloy. However, this change was short-lived. By 1944, the Mint returned to using copper, but with a twist. The new pennies were made from recycled shell casings used in the war. This gave the 1944 pennies a unique composition and a direct connection to one of the most pivotal moments in modern history. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny was produced in massive quantities across three mints: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint alone struck over 1.4 billion pennies that year, making it one of the most common dates in the wheat penny series. However, the coin we're focusing on today is far from ordinary. What makes this particular coin stand out are its unique characteristics: a damaged date, no mint mark, color changes, and scratches. These features, while seemingly flaws, add layers of intrigue and value for collectors. The 1944 wheat penny is known for several errors and varieties, but the one we're discussing today is particularly rare. The damaged date on this coin could be the result of a die clash, over-polishing, or even a minting error. The absence of a mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically didn't use mint marks during this period. The color changes on the coin's surface are another point of interest. Over time, copper coins can develop a patina due to oxidation, environmental factors, or improper storage. This patina can range from a dull brown to vibrant reds and greens, adding a unique aesthetic appeal. However, scratches and other forms of damage can significantly impact the coin's grade and value. Despite its damaged condition, this 1944 wheat penny holds immense collector interest. Coins with unique errors or historical significance often attract attention, even if they aren't in pristine condition. The combination of a damaged date, no mint mark, color changes, and scratches makes this coin a one-of-a-kind piece that tells a story. Collectors are drawn to coins like this for several reasons. First, they represent a tangible connection to history. Holding a 1944 penny is like holding a piece of World War II-era America. Second, errors and varieties add an element of rarity and uniqueness. While millions of 1944 pennies were minted, few have the specific characteristics of this coin. Finally, the coin's condition, while damaged, adds to its charm and authenticity. Now, let's talk numbers. The value of a 1944 wheat penny in average circulated condition is relatively low, typically ranging from $3,000. However, coins with unique errors or in higher grades can fetch significantly more. This particular coin, with its damaged date, no mint mark, color changes, and scratches, is a rare find. While its condition might lower its grade, its unique features and historical significance make it highly desirable. In today's auction market, a coin like this could easily sell for $4,000 or more, depending on the buyer's interest and the coin's provenance. The 1944 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a piece of currency. It's a snapshot of American history. From its connection to World War II to its unique errors and varieties, this coin has a story to tell. While its damaged condition might seem like a drawback, it's precisely what makes this coin so special. Next up, the 1950 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat penny is a piece of American history that carries the legacy of one of the nation's most beloved presidents, Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln Cent series was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real person, breaking away from the traditional allegorical figures like Lady Liberty. By 1950, the Lincoln wheat penny had already been in circulation for over 4 decades. This was a time of post-World War II recovery in the United States. The economy was booming, and the nation was transitioning into a period of prosperity. However, coin production during this era was relatively low compared to other years, making certain dates and varieties, like the 1950 Lincoln penny, particularly scarce. The 1950 Lincoln penny is especially notable for its 2 varieties, the large date and the small date. The large date variety, which we're focusing on today, is the more common of the 2, but it still holds significant value, especially in higher grades. The small date variety is even rarer and commands a premium in the collector's market. Now, let's talk numbers. The value of a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny, large date, no mint mark, can vary significantly depending on its condition. In good condition, this coin is worth around $40,000 in circulated grades. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in uncirculated MS-60 condition, the value jumps $44,000. But here's where it gets exciting. In mint state, MS-65 or higher, this coin can fetch anywhere from $43,400 or more at auction. The real treasure, however, lies in the full red varieties. A 1950 Lincoln penny with full, original mint red luster can command prices upwards of $60,000 in high grades like MS-66 or MS-67. One of the most notable sales of a 1950 Lincoln penny occurred in 2000-2019, when a MS-67 plus RD specimen sold for $100,000 at a Heritage Auctions event. This sale highlights the immense demand for high-quality examples of this coin among serious collectors. The 1950 Lincoln wheat penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it bears no mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint produced a total of 272,635,000 Lincoln pennies that year. While this might seem like a large number, many of these coins were heavily circulated, and high-grade examples are relatively scarce. The absence of a mint mark is a key identifier for this coin. Coins struck at the Denver and San Francisco mints would have their respective mint marks below the date on the obverse. However, the 1950 Lincoln penny from Philadelphia is the most common variety, making it more accessible to collectors. The design of the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny is a classic example of American numismatic artistry. The obverse features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The words "In God We Trust" are inscribed above Lincoln's head, while the word "Liberty" appears to the left of his profile. The date 1950 is prominently displayed to the right of Lincoln's bust. One of the key features to look for in the 1950 Lincoln penny is the large date variety. In this variety, the digits of the date are thicker and more pronounced compared to the small date variety. The large date is easier to identify, especially when comparing the 5 and 0 in the date. While the 1950 Lincoln penny is not known for major errors, there are a few notable varieties that collectors should be aware of. The most significant is the small date variety, which is much rarer than the large date. The small date features thinner, more delicate digits in the date, and the 5 has a distinct curve at the top. Another variety to look for is the repunched mint mark. While this is more common in coins from the Denver and San Francisco mints, it's worth examining your 1950 Lincoln penny for any signs of doubling or repunching in the mint mark area. The 1950 Lincoln wheat penny holds a special place in the hearts of collectors for several reasons. First, it's part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series, which is one of the most collected coin series in the world. Second, its relative scarcity and high grades makes it a challenging and rewarding coin to pursue. Collectors often seek out the 1950 Lincoln penny to complete their wheat penny sets or Lincoln Cent albums. The coin's historical significance, combined with its affordability in lower grades, makes it an excellent entry point for new collectors. At the same time, high-grade examples offer a thrilling challenge for advanced collectors. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting the 1950 Lincoln penny is the hunt for full red specimens. These coins, with their vibrant original mint red luster, are highly prized and can significantly increase the value of your collection. Next up, the 1946 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat penny holds a special place in American numismatic history. It was minted in the aftermath of World War II, a time when the United States was transitioning from a wartime economy to a peacetime one. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, was already a beloved staple in American coinage. The 1946 penny, in particular, is significant because it represents a return to normalcy. During the war, pennies were made from zinc-coated steel in 1943 to conserve copper for the war effort. By 1946, the U.S. Mint resumed using the traditional bronze composition, 95% copper, 5% zinc and tin, making this coin a symbol of post-war recovery. Now, let's talk numbers. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny is not just a piece of history, it's also a valuable asset in today's auction market. While most 1946 pennies are common and worth only a few cents in circulated condition, the large date variety without a mint mark in dirty condition can still fetch a surprising amount. In today's market, a 1946 large date penny in dirty or heavily circulated condition might sell for around $20,000. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in uncirculated or mint state condition, the value skyrockets. For example, an MS-65 mint state 65 graded coin can easily sell for $25,000 or more, depending on the buyer's interest and the coin's eye appeal. But here's where it gets exciting. Error coins or rare varieties can command even higher prices. For instance, the 1946 San Francisco Mint Penny is more valuable than its Philadelphia counterpart, with prices ranging from $30,000 in circulated condition and up to $37,000 or more in pristine condition. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted in large quantities, as was typical for pennies of that era. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 991 million coins that year, making it one of the most common dates in the series. However, the San Francisco Mint struck a much smaller number, approximately 198 million coins. This lower mintage makes the 1946 penny more desirable among collectors. The absence of a mint mark on the 1946 penny indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. This was standard practice at the time, as the Philadelphia Mint did not use mint marks on pennies until much later. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny features the iconic design by Victor David Brenner, which has remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1909. The obverse of the coin depicts a profile of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God we trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 1946 to the right. The reverse of the coin showcases two wheat stalks encircling the words, "1 cent" and "United States of America." The phrase "a pluribus unum" is inscribed along the top edge. This simple yet elegant design has made the Lincoln Wheat Penny a favorite among collectors for over a century. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny is the potential for errors and varieties. While the large date variety is more common, there's also a small date variety that is much rarer and more valuable. The small date variety features a smaller, more compact date numeral, and it's highly sought after by collectors. This occurs when the coin's design is struck twice, resulting in a doubled appearance. A 1946 DDO penny can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the doubling. While this is more common on coins from the Denver or San Francisco mints, it's still worth examining your 1946 penny for any signs of repunching. These occur when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in an off-center design. Off-center strikes are rare and can be quite valuable. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a must-have for any serious Lincoln cent collector. Its historical significance, combined with the potential for rare varieties and errors, makes it a coin that's both accessible and exciting to hunt for. For beginners, this coin is a great entry point into the world of numismatics. It's relatively easy to find in circulation, and even in dirty or worn condition, it can still hold value. For advanced collectors, the challenge lies in finding high-grade examples, rare varieties, or error coins that can elevate their collections to the next level. Next up, to truly appreciate the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny, we need to travel back in time to the early 1950s. The United States was in the midst of the post-World War II economic boom. The Korean War was underway, and the nation was transitioning into a period of prosperity and innovation. Coins were an essential part of everyday life, and the Lincoln Wheat Penny, first introduced in 1909, was a staple in American pockets. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features a portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse showcases two wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity and abundance. By 1953, the design had become iconic, but this particular year and mint mark hold a special place in numismatic history. The 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the three active mints in the U.S. at the time. The Denver Mint produced a total of 700,515,000 pennies that year, making it a relatively common coin in circulated condition. However, the large date variety is a different story. The large date variety is characterized by its bold, evenly spaced numbers in the date. The 3 in 1953 has a flat top, and the overall date appears more prominent. This variety is significantly rarer than the small date, which features a smaller, more compact date. While the exact mintage numbers for the large date variety are unknown, experts estimate that only a small percentage of the total mintage falls into this category, making it highly sought after by collectors. Let's take a closer look at the design elements that make this coin so special. The obverse, as always, features Victor Brenner's iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The inscription, "In God We Trust," appears above Lincoln's head while Liberty is engraved to the left. The date 1953 is positioned to the right, and the mint mark D is located below the date. The reverse design is equally stunning, with two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. The motto, E pluribus unum, is inscribed along the top edge. This classic design remained in use until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. One of the reasons the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny is so fascinating is the presence of errors and varieties. While the large date variety is rare in itself, some coins exhibit striking errors that can significantly increase their value. For example, double die obverses, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes are highly prized by collectors. Another notable variety is the D over S mint mark, where the Denver Mint overpunched a San Francisco mint mark. These errors are rare and can fetch a premium at auction. If you're lucky enough to find one of these in your collection, you could be looking at a 5- or even 6-figure payday. Now, let's talk about the big question. How much is the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny worth? In circulated condition, a typical 1953 penny is worth around $8,000. However, the large date variety in uncirculated condition can command much higher prices. In recent years, the 1953 large date Lincoln Wheat Penny has sold for thousands of dollars at auction. For example, an MS-67 red specimen sold for over $10,000 in 2021. The coin's value is determined by its grade, which takes into account factors like luster, strike quality, and surface preservation. Coins with full red mint luster are especially valuable as they indicate minimal wear and exceptional preservation. But what about coins in lower grades or dirty condition? Even in less than perfect condition, the 1953 large date penny can still be worth a significant amount. For instance, a coin graded G4 good might sell for $13,000, while one graded VF20 very fine could fetch $14,000. The key is to carefully examine your coins and consult with a professional grader if you think you've found a rare variety. If you're on the hunt for a 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny, here are a few tips to keep in mind. First, Always check the date and mint mark carefully. The large date variety is more valuable, so it's worth taking the time to identify it. Second, look for coins with minimal wear and strong details. Even a small improvement in grade can significantly increase the coin's value. Finally, consider having your coin professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. This not only authenticates your coin, but also provides a reliable assessment of its condition. Next up, the 1952-D Lincoln. Wheat penny is one of the most iconic and widely collected coins in U.S. history. But what makes this particular coin so special? Well, it's not just any 1952-D penny. It's a rare error coin with a damaged date, and it's in full dirty condition. Let's break it down step by step. The Lincoln wheat penny was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became a staple of American currency. The obverse features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to depict a historical figure. The reverse showcases two wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity and abundance, which is why it's commonly referred to as the wheat penny. The 1952-D Lincoln. Wheat penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark located below the date. The Denver Mint was established in 1906 and has played a crucial role in producing U.S. coinage. In 1952, the U.S. economy was booming post-World War II, and coins were in high demand for everyday transactions. However, not all coins were minted perfectly, and that's where errors like the damaged date come into play. Now, let's talk numbers. A typical 1952-D Lincoln wheat penny in circulated condition might only be worth a few dollars. But when you add an error like a damaged date, the value skyrockets. In today's auction market, a 1952-D Lincoln wheat penny with a damaged date error in full dirty condition can fetch anywhere from $5,000 or more, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's overall appeal to collectors. Why is it so valuable? Error coins are rare by nature, and collectors are always on the hunt for unique pieces that tell a story. The damaged date error on this coin is a result of a mishap during the minting process, making it a one-of-a-kind find. Full, dirty condition adds to its charm, as it shows the coin's history and authenticity. In 1952, the Denver Mint produced 746,130,000 Lincoln wheat pennies. While this might seem like a large number, only a small fraction of these coins had errors. The damaged date error is particularly rare because it requires a specific set of circumstances during the minting process. For example, the date on a coin is applied using a hub, which impresses the design onto the die. If the hub is misaligned, damaged, or worn out, it can result in a partial or distorted date. This is what happened with the 1952-D Lincoln wheat penny we're discussing today. The damaged date error makes it a standout piece in any collection. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1952-D Lincoln wheat penny. The obverse features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with the word Liberty inscribed to the left and the date 1952 to the right. The motto, "In God We Trust," appears above Lincoln's head, while the mint mark D is located below the date. The damaged date error on this coin is what sets it apart. In numismatics, errors are classified into three main categories: planchet errors, die errors, and striking errors. The damaged date error falls under the die error category. During the minting process, the die that impresses the date onto the coin can become worn, chipped, or misaligned. When this happens, the date may appear incomplete, doubled, or distorted. In the case of the 1952-D Lincoln wheat penny, the date shows clear signs of damage, making it a highly sought-after error. Collectors often use terms like full dirty to describe the coin's condition. This means the coin has not been cleaned or tampered with, preserving its original patina and surface details. While some collectors prefer pristine coins, others appreciate the character and history that come with a full, dirty coin. Error coins like the 1952-D Lincoln. Wheat penny with a damaged date are a hot commodity in the numismatic world. Collectors are drawn to these coins because they tell a story of a mistake made during the minting process, a moment frozen in time. For error coin enthusiasts, the 1952 D. Lincoln wheat penny is a must-have. It's not just about the monetary value, it's about owning a piece of history that's truly unique. The damaged date error adds an element of intrigue, making it a conversation starter and a prized possession. If you're lucky enough to find one of these coins, it's essential to have it authenticated and graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will not only confirm its authenticity but also increase its value in the market. Next up, the 1934 Lincoln Wheat penny is a fascinating piece of American history. It was minted during the Great Depression, a time when the United States was grappling with economic hardship. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was already a beloved coin by the 1930s, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The 1934 penny holds a special place in numismatic history because it represents a period of resilience and hope. Despite the economic challenges of the time, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins, ensuring that commerce could continue. The 1934 issue is particularly notable because it was struck in large quantities, but finding one in excellent condition today is incredibly rare. Now, let's talk numbers. The 1934 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark is highly sought after by collectors, especially in higher grades. In circulated fine condition, this coin can fetch anywhere from $17,400 depending on its overall appearance and market demand. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in uncirculated condition, the value can skyrocket to $19,000 or more. In recent auctions, a 1934 wheat penny in mint state, 65 ms 65 condition, sold for over $24,000. That's right, a penny worth $1,000. The value of this coin is driven by its historical significance, rarity in higher grades, and the enduring popularity of the Lincoln cent series among collectors. The 1934 Lincoln wheat penny was produced in large quantities, with a total mintage of 219,080,000 coins at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it doesn't have a mint mark. While this might seem like a lot, keep in mind that many of these coins were heavily circulated and have since been lost or damaged. Finding a 1934 penny in fine condition, or better, is a challenge, which is why it's so valuable today. The 1934 wheat penny features the classic design by Victor David Brenner, which was first used in 1909. On the obverse of the coin, you'll see the profile of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. The words "In God We Trust" are inscribed above his head, while liberty is to the left and the date 1934 is to the right. The reverse of the coin showcases two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. The motto E pluribus unum is inscribed along the top edge. This simple yet elegant design has made the wheat penny a favorite among collectors for over a century. While the 1934 wheat penny is not known for having major errors, there are a few varieties that collectors should be aware of. One of the most notable is the 1934 doubled die obverse. This variety features doubling on the date and lettering, making it a rare and valuable find. Another variety to look out for is the 1934 S wheat penny, which was minted in San Francisco. While this coin is not the focus of today's video, it's worth mentioning that the 1934 S is even rarer than the Philadelphia issue, especially in higher grades. The 1934 Lincoln wheat penny is a must-have for any serious coin collector. Its historical significance, combined with its relative rarity in higher grades, makes it a prized addition to any collection. Collectors often seek out this coin to complete their Lincoln cent series or to own a piece of Depression-era history. One of the reasons this coin is so popular is its affordability in lower grades. Even if you're on a budget, you can still own a 1934 wheat penny in fine condition without breaking the bank. However, if you're looking for an investment piece, consider holding out for an uncirculated example. And there you have it, the 1934 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. This humble penny is a testament to America's resilience during one of its darkest periods. Whether you're a collector or just someone who appreciates history, this coin is a true treasure. Next up, the year is 1955. The United States is in the midst of post-war prosperity. Eisenhower is president, rock and roll is taking over the airwaves, and the U.S. Mint is busy producing millions of coins to meet the demands of a growing economy. Among these coins is the humble Lincoln wheat penny, a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909. But the 1955 penny is no ordinary coin. This year is infamous in numismatic history for the 1955 double die obverse error, one of the most famous mint mistakes ever made. While the double die variety steals much of the spotlight, the standard 1955D large date penny is also a star in its own right, especially in higher grades and unique conditions like the red rusty variety we're discussing today. Now, let's talk numbers. The 1955 D Lincoln. Wheat penny is already a valuable coin, but the red rusty condition takes it to a whole new level. In today's auction market, a 1955 D large date penny in red rusty condition can fetch anywhere from $300,000 or more, depending on its grade and overall appeal. Why is it so valuable? First, the red rusty condition is incredibly rare. This unique coloration occurs when the coin's copper surface oxidizes over time, creating a striking reddish-brown hue that collectors adore. Second, the 1955 D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which produced fewer pennies that year compared to Philadelphia. But here's the kicker. Coins in this condition are often one of a kind. No two red rusty pennies look exactly alike, making each one a unique piece of history. If you've got one of these in your collection, you're holding a true treasure. The Denver Mint struck approximately 563 million pennies in 1955, making it a relatively common date in the Lincoln Wheat series. However, the red rusty condition significantly narrows down the number of surviving specimens. Over time, many 1955 pennies were lost, damaged, or melted down for their copper content. Those that survived often ended up in circulation, where they were subjected to wear and tear. As a result, finding a 1955 D penny in red rusty condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. This rarity, combined with the coin's historical significance, makes it a must-have for serious collectors. Let's take a closer look at the design of this iconic coin. The obverse features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has graced the penny since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The reverse showcases the classic wheat ears design, also by Brenner, which gives the coin its nickname, the wheat penny. The two stalks of wheat symbolize prosperity and abundance, reflecting the optimism of early 20th century America. The 1955 D large date variety is distinguished by its bold, clear date numerals and mint mark. The D mint mark, located below the date, indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In red rusty condition, the coin's surface takes on a unique, almost artistic appearance. The reddish-brown patina adds depth and character, making it a standout piece in any collection. While the 1955 D large date penny is already a prized coin, it's worth noting that this year is famous for the 1955 double die obverse error. This error occurred when the coin die was struck twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the date and inscriptions. Although the red rusty variety we're discussing today is not an error coin, its unique coloration and rarity make it equally desirable. In fact, some collectors argue that the red rusty condition adds a layer of intrigue and beauty that even the double die variety can't match. The 1955 D Lincoln. Wheat penny in red rusty condition is a dream coin for collectors. Its rarity, historical significance, and unique appearance make it a centerpiece in any collection. But what makes this coin truly special is its story. Each red rusty penny has a history, where it's been, who's held it, and how it survived all these years. Collectors aren't just buying a coin, they're preserving a piece of American history. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins, consider having it professionally graded and authenticated. This will not only increase its value but also ensure its place in numismatic history. And there you have it, the incredible 1955 Lincoln Wheat penny in red rusty condition. This coin is a true gem, and if you've got one, you're holding a piece of history that's worth a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Valuable Coins, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our coin discoveries. Have a rare coin you'd like us to feature? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy coin hunting!